In this video, I'll be reviewing the Unit 4 test, how to work out the problems. This was over polygons. So our first question here wanted us to say which one was not a polygon. Well, polygons have to have straight edges and they have to be closed. So the only one here that doesn't have straight edges is figure D. That one is curved, so it's not a polygon. So the answer here was D. This next question wants us to name the polygon and then classify it as regular or irregular. So here, if you look, this one has 6 sides. 6 sides makes it a hexagon. And then this one is regular because it's equiangular, equilateral, and convex. Remember, convex means if you were to extend those edges, they would all stay along the outside. So this one's a regular hexagon. This next one here wants us to name the polygon and classify it as concave or convex. So this one here, if I count the sides, has 8 sides, making it an octagon. And then if I extend those sides, some of them cross through the inside. If it crosses through the inside, it's concave. This one's asking us to find the perimeter. For perimeter, you add all the sides. So I could add 12 plus 5 plus 12 plus 5. This gives me 17 plus 17, or 34 meters. Next one wants circumference and rounding to the nearest tenth. This formula for circumference is diameter times pi. Here they gave us the radius, so the radius is 4 feet. So the whole diameter would be 8 feet because diameter is 2 times the radius. So I would plug in 8 and then 3.14 for pi. And then you could multiply these together. So if I do 8 times 3.14, this comes out to 25.12. And for the nearest tenth, I would want 1 decimal place, so 25.1 feet. On this next question, it's asking for the area. So area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 base times height. Here the base is 4 centimeters and the height is 3 centimeters. So my base is 4, my height is 3. So 4 times 3 is 12. If I divide that by 2, I get 6 centimeters, and for area, the units are squared. The next question wants us to find the measure of an interior angle of a regular polygon with 24 sides. So we're going to use the formula for the interior angle sum, which is n minus 2 times 180. But they only want one angle, so we're going to have to divide that by n. So I'm going to plug in 24 because that's the number of sides. So that becomes 22 times 180 divided by 24. 22 times 180 is 3,960. A lot of students put that. They forgot to divide by 24 because it just wanted one angle, not the whole sum. So if you divide by 24, it comes out to 165 degrees. So always make sure you're reading carefully, because if you didn't read that, you would have given the whole sum and forgotten to divide by n, the number of sides. On the next problem, it wants us to give the sum of the exterior angles of a regular decagon. It doesn't even matter that it has 10 sides. The sum of the exterior angles is always 360 degrees. So it didn't matter how many sides it had. That answer was 360. Some students tried doing 360 divided by 10. Some students tried using the interior formula, the n minus 2 times 180. So again, this just goes back to reading your questions carefully. And I did include a formula chart here. So you could have looked at that formula chart, exterior angles, sum, 360. So always make sure you're reading carefully. If you're given a formula chart, make sure you're using it, okay? This next question wants one exterior angle of an octagon. So the whole sum is 360, but since they want one, we're going to divide by the number of sides. Octagons have 8 sides. So 360 divided by 8 would give us our answer, and that comes out to 45 degrees. This next question wants us to find the value of x. So here, if you notice, all those angles are on the interior. So I'm going to use the interior angle sum formula. In other words, I'm going to find out what I would get if I add all those angles together. So my number of sides is 4. This becomes 2 times 180 or 360 degrees. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add all those angles together. So I have 6x minus 4, 2x plus 8, 6x minus 4, and 2x plus 8. I'm going to add all of those together. So for my x's, I end up getting 16x. For my constants, negative 4 plus 8 is 4. Minus 4 is 0, plus 8 is 8. So that becomes 16x plus 8. Since this also represents the interior angle sum, the sum of all of those on the inside, I can set 16x plus 8 equal to 360 and solve that for x. So if I do that, I get x equals 22, which the question was asking for, the value of x. So again, the reason I was able to do this is because both the 360 and the 16x plus 8 represented the sum of all those inside angles, what you would get when you add them together. So if you need to do corrections or a makeup test, you can watch this video again. If you need to, you can use it to help you.